tip of the hat from Dr. Facilier. How y'all doing?
My turn. Keeps getting better.
How many more bones will you crush?
Now I'm the bad guy.
She wouldn't even harm a fly.
Point it at me and I will eat it. What? I will bite your little finger off and I will eat it.
Welcome back to Villain Review episode 103, and today we are going to be looking at Dr. Facilier from the 2009 film The Princess and the Frog. Facilier is voiced by the legendary Keith David, who I personally love in The Thing, and this man is also a voice acting powerhouse. Keith David is a beast, but how good of a villain is Facilier? Let's figure this out.
And I got friends on the other side.
So with Facilier, we kind of get an origin, but we also get some stuff I don't really like. If you're a frequent villain review watcher, you'll know that the only things I hate most in life are the rope from Bridge of Terabithia, Bran from Game of Thrones, and the motives where the villains just want like power and money and stuff like that. Unfortunately for Facilier, yeah, that's his motive. He just wants money because he wants power, and personally, I find that kind of boring. Okay, let's just chill for a second, because I know you got some questions. And that's understandable because there are no stupid questions. You're asking, hey, why do you hate the rope from Bridge of Terabithia? And to that I say, what a fucking stupid question. You're asking, is it possible for a power/money motive to be interesting? And you're asking, is the Shadow Man an exception to this rule? Well, those are some fantastic questions. Great stuff, people. Good job. I think the give me money motive can be interesting if there's a good reason for wanting the money or power. So does Facilier have a good reason that's compelling and unique and just makes us understand him more as an individual as we get a closer look into the psyche of what makes him tick as a human being? No, not really. We do get like one line about him being poor as a child, and that this whole thing is about him taking the power he never had. And like, it's something, but it's not enough. It's just one line, and I feel like if they explored that more, he could have been a lot better as a villain. I'm not saying he's bad, but a fully fleshed out origin could have been really cool to see, and instead we just get like one throwaway line.
Now we're cooking. We're gonna find ourselves a frog.
Fear not, Facilier fans, the worst is behind us. One of my only complaints with this dude is his motive, and besides that, he's freaking great. Let's start with Keith David, because I freaking love this man. The dude's performance is just so damn cool, right? Like, Keith David is smoother than a baby's bottom, and his line delivery is always on point. I saw this behind the scenes video where an animator said that a lot of Facilier's mannerisms are taken directly from David, and it makes me appreciate so much what David brings to this role. This movie has Oprah in it, but in my opinion, Keith David steals the show and is by far the standout performance. That's impressive. As a character, Facilier is just as smooth as David's performance, and he steals every scene he's in. Facilier is a schemer, constantly tricking characters into making deals with him that just serve to further his agenda. You know when you're a kid and your mom goes, hey, did you take out the trash? And you go, well, yes, I have taken out the trash. But in your mind, you're like, oh, I took the trash out like a year ago? Yeah, that's kind of Facilier's go-to move. We've seen that character of like magic person who gives you twisted version of what you want before, but because of this performance, Facilier still feels fresh and unique. The whole dynamic with his shadow is also really cool, and I love how they both kind of move like shadows, making the animation for Facilier just so awesome to watch. A lot of Disney villains in the past, I think, are held back by how evil they are. Like, by that I mean their whole personality is just like, I'm evil, and it gets a little too serious and boring. Facilier, though, is energetic. He laughs, he gives you that devilish smile. The man is just a flood of personality.
I can read your future. I can change it around some too.
There are a few things guaranteed in life, people. Death, taxes, pizza is good, and the fact that villain songs always go hard. And Facilier's song, Friends on the Other Side, further proves this fact. Friends on the Other Side is one of my personal favorite Disney villain songs, and it just reminds me how much of a shame it is that Disney does not have villain songs of recent memory, like Tangled, Frozen. What do you guys do? Oh, well, Tangled did have one, actually. I take that back. The song is just so full of energy, and it does a great job of setting up Facilier as a villain. New Orleans is the city that has a rich history in voodoo, and this song serves as our first introduction to it, and po boy oh boy, does it come out swinging. The scene is just so full of energy, the animation is amazing, and it shows us everything we need to know about Facilier. He's smooth, manipulative, and vague as f***. Pretty much every scene he's in is fantastic, and I only wish we had more of them. Besides his villain song, some of the best Facilier scenes are the one we get at the end of the movie. I love this last-ditch attempt to make a deal with Tiana, as he offers everything she's ever wanted. But us, the viewer, we're like, okay, so yes, he might give her this sick-ass beignet shop, but he also might turn her into a beignet, so we really need to think about this. It's a great scene for both the characters, and even though we don't see these two interact a lot, the dynamic is still really cool. And then we got the death? Are you kidding me? When I was a child, if someone told me, hey listen, one day you're gonna be watching a Disney movie with your grandma and the main villain is going to get dragged into hell as a frog watches him as he screams in agony as he's pulled into the fiery pits of Mount Doom, I would have said, shut the fuck up, boy. Why are you lying to me? This scene is one of the most ambitious ones in recent memory for Disney, and everything about it is fantastic. I'm a sucker for a good reprise, and this one is lit. Keith David kills it. Score on point. Great stuff, guys.
Gotta hand it to you, Tiana. When you dream big.
The Shadow Man, as smooth and dapper as he is still a villain, and therefore does some pretty messed up stuff. The man is a schemer, constantly lying and manipulating the NOLA citizens, but on top of that, he's so much more. He's not just your basic witch doctor, but he's trying to take over the city and kill its most wealthy leaders. It's also crazy to think that his friends on the other side are sort of like these demon things that he calls on from strength, and he gives them like citizens' souls in return. That is what some people might call evil. But if that wasn't enough, he kills Ray. Probably like the second best character in this movie. So for that, he earns the award of the most evil thing to ever exist in all of history ever.
Love that, don't you? So, we got ourselves a deal.
The only weak points with Facilier are his bland origin and leg day routine. Besides that, though, we get one of the most entertaining villains from Disney in their lineup. He's unique in his personality, animation, and just overall the type of villain he is. Keith David, of course, kills this performance, and we see that in every single scene he's in. The dude is smooth as all heck to where we enjoy watching him, but he's evil enough to where we're not really rooting for him. I'm going to give Dr. Facilier an 8.
I'll have the entire city of New Orleans in the palm of my hand.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, maybe, just maybe, okay, consider hitting subscribe because I make a new villain review every single Monday. Let me know what you think of Facilier in the comments, as well as who I should review next. I'm kind of getting sick right now. Thanks again for watching. I will see you next time.